Now we're trying again, see what we got. If you're there, guys, let me know. We're back on. We're going to bring the game up as well. But yeah, we had a bit of a mic problem there. Do apologize. It can happen. Not exactly what you need, but problem. And hey, we're in the game pretty soon. So welcome in. Let me know when you're there, and we will get on to the game. National anthems are just being put out there. So we're right on time. 1:35 the game starts. So we are definitely still on track. Thank you for your patience and get in here. Yes. Welcome back. And I tell you what, we had a little problem there, but seems that we got it. And drop a comment anytime. Drop a commento. If we could learn to spell, the boy would be dangerous. Absolutely thrilling. So put that back one more time. Okay. Things are working now. Drop a comment anytime. Welcome back. And let's get the game up. Tell you what, sorry about the no sound. I don't know what was going on there. No idea. Let's get right into position now. There we go. Let's bring up the game. And hey, let's see where we are with everything going downtown. So, turn the mic in a bit this way. There you go, buddy. And welcome back. Josh, you there, buddy? Let's go Canada, buddy. Let's go Canada. Have I got good sound, Josh? Have I got good sound? Let me know. I got a surprise for you, Josh. And just going to bring up the game. We have to shut everything down to bring everything back up, Josh. So as you know, LOA, Josh, let's go Canada. Let me know, Josh, if we've got good sound, or anybody out there, let me know if the sound is good, please, and we'll go from there. I can see I'm bouncing now. I tell you what, something was not right with the mic before. And Josh, this is for you, son. Can you see that? Can you see that, Josh? Can any Canadian Cavalry FC fans see that? Because tomorrow, June the 8th, Cavalry take on York United, and I am going to be in there once again. So come on, you Cavs. Come on, Canada. Let's have it. Josh, good to see you, son. Thank you for the patience. Yes, my mic wasn't working. We do not know why, but we're going good now. So going to keep you well entertained. Going to bring up the game. The national anthems are coming through. And it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, Josh. I hope you really are. But let's bring up the game right now. Okay, we've got the starting lineups for you. Croupeau, Bassong, Figuereles, Cornelius, Segur, Saliba, Steven, Estacio. It looks great scenes in the stadium, but not a great crowd. One of my favorites, Jacob Schaffelberg, is there. Up front, Tejon Buchanan. Good to see Tejon coming back, especially after that horrific injury back then, and he's come back in great form. And unfortunately, with Inter Milan, no Champions League last week, unfortunately. Worst ever final, 5-0. Jonathan David, the captain for the day, he's coming in, and I tell you, JD, get a goal. This is going to be an interesting game. Very interesting game. I don't see this as like a walkover at all. I think Canada's going to have to fight for this one. And you know that Ukraine is 25th in the world, yeah? They are not going to make this easy. They are not going to make this easy at all. Ukraine, 25th in the world. I say this much. It's a great test, but I would have sooner seen all our big guns going up against these guys. I know it's mid-season. I know it's summer. However, you have to say, it would have been nice. Now, looking at the Ukraine team, very similar to what they normally bring. In goal, you got Trubin, you got Matvienko, Bonda, Zabamyi, Timchik on defense. In midfield, the one man, you got Kasulini. And up front, you got Sudakov, Shaparenko, Sinchenko, and you got Chigdankov. And then up front, Yaramenchuk. I tell you what, you got to have your Chucks and your Slavic voice going for this team. But one thing I will say before we move along, Ukraine is definitely a decent team. Will they win the World Cup next year? Probably not. Can they go far? Probably could. Canada is in the same frame. I also told you about a year and a half ago, pretty much when we were coming out of the World Cup, that Canada's numbers are going to start rising. We're going to start looking better than we maybe are. We got a good team. And if you've been following this team for years, I've been following the Canadian national team for 32 years. 32 years. Those press badges behind me, yep, those are press badges doing the job that I do in the media. But within those 32 years, I've been on the sidelines for Canadian national games, announced more games than I can remember. I've announced 9 World Cup finals games as well. So when you see what I've done and what I've brought for Canada over the years, it comes from here. It's passion. Kickoff now. We're getting ready for kickoff. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm going to give you some more stats as we go through. But welcome in. Welcome in. I say Privyet Ukrainianstan. If you can say that, you could be bloody good. Welcome, all Ukrainians. The crowd, minnow, the game is alive. The game is live. Canada now kicking the ball into their own half. Not really a smooth kickoff to that. A little bit of a hurried. And here we are into the passing game in our own box, moving forward now. Ukraine are not going to give us too much space up front, but they're not going to run themselves silly. A very clever footballing team. If you look at the Slavic nations, very clever footballing nations. They know how to play the game. They know where to be. They know how to track you. They know where to be. Canada moving forward now. Good ball in throw. That's not a penalty, but the referee's kicking it out. Referee's kicking that one straight out. No penalty. Not even looking for it. Tejon went down a little easy. But hey, Jacob and Tejon getting it together. Getting it together. Maybe something happens. Early days. Nothing gained, nothing lost. Very early days. Tejon, nice little ball through, but Jacob just couldn't get it. You could have seen a penalty in the Premier League, probably not in international football. Jesse Marsh on the side field, looking rather perplexed. I do like Jesse. And the one thing about Jesse is he gives you passion. If you are watching the match, do not expect me to tell you where the ball's going and how they're passing. You know how the game is played. I'm going to commentate the match as it should be. I will not bore you. I'm going to give you some bullet points as we get through. But I'm not going to bore you by telling you how the game is going and who's passing the ball. Because basically, I give you the respect that you know who is on the field, yeah? Absolutely, 100%. Early days, 1:30 in. Canada has made a few forays up front, but nothing yet. Ukraine going down the right wing. Into the box. Does get the cross in, wins the corner. Well defended again, Canada. Well defended. Chigankov nearly gets the ball across. And I tell you, Ukraine, if I was going to look for a result for this one, I think a draw for Canada is a fair result. Even though we're the home team, a draw would be a fair result. If you look recently for the Ukraine, they only just went out of the big competition to Belgium. Corner coming in now, into the box. Not a great corner. What a waste of a ball. Canada now moving forward, one on many. Ball comes into the middle. Canada keeping possession, and they still keep possession, fighting for it. But up comes Ukraine. Watch how Ukraine play the ball around. Take the sting out of the ball. They literally take the sting out of the ball. Watch it. No pressure. Pass the ball, make the ball do the work. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We're playing a big team. This is not a CONCACAF team. This is a European team. It's a big team. And like I say, a draw in this match would be a great result for Jesse Marsh's Aces. Now, Canada win possession. Goes all the way back. There's no harmony yet, but ball goes wide to the left side. Canada pushing down the left wing. Beautiful. Schaffelberg now goes past his man into the box. Now, that there is a bit of a questionable challenge. That's twice Schaffelberg's been down. Look for the referee not to see that all day. Either Schaffelberg gets a talking to, or Schaffelberg wins a big decision, maybe in that box. But Canada now in possession around the Ukrainian area, looking pretty good on the ball. Keeping possession, using the space, using the field, making the ball do the work. Absolutely perfect. Textbook football from Canada. Tejon now down the line. Backing it up. Keeping possession beautifully. Lovely skill there. Strips his man. He's got to keep going with the speed. He's got to go outside. And he's got to cross the ball in now. Come on! In he goes. There you go. What a start. I tell you what. JD, the man, 1-0. 3 minutes in. I tell you, did Tejon Buchanan make that look easy? Were Ukraine sleeping? Yeah, Shinchenko, that doesn't look too good on you, but I tell you what, Canada 1-0 up, I tell you. Maybe the altitude line. I said he had to keep the speed. He did keep the speed. Goes wide. Beautiful chip, and I tell you, first time JD heads in, they should have cleared that ball off the line, but they didn't. JD, master striker, 33rd goal of the career for the top scorer in Canada. Great stuff. JD with the dreads, looking very lethal. 3 minutes in, he's got his goal already. How good is that? Jason Kuna, big up to you, my friend. And I tell you, 1-0 in. Could have been in. That could have been in on the clearance. Take a closer look on your highlight reels. But JD, 33rd goal, Mr. Dreads, looking good. Assist, Tajon Buchanan. 1-0, 5 minutes. At this rate, it's probably going to be 30-0 to Canada. Joking. Watch Ukraine now. Try and get back into this. Recently, though, like I got to say, Ukraine, there's a foul for Ukraine coming up. It's a little bit of a soft one. They're both going down. There's JD. Puts the boots in. And that's not usual for JD to start hitting people. Not JD. Sorry, not JD. He's still hurting. David is still hurting about that one. He's still hurting about that one, I'd tell you. Taking a look at some of the stuff. Ukraine now coming out to the right side, looking to pressure. But I tell you what, the press off the Canadian force, I tell you what, they're forcing this ball all the way back. And it's shades of what Canada's done over the last year or so since Jesse Marsh has been in the seat. If you're a Leeds United fan, you'll remember Jesse Marsh at Leeds United with this same kind of form, high press. Sometimes it lands you in trouble land. The high press is not always your friend. But if you want to get the ball in the back of the net, well, hey, the high press is definitely your friend. 1-0 up right now. Canada, 6 minutes in. Things are looking good. Tell you what, I'm looking for the World Cup next year. And every match now till the World Cup, we will be bringing live commentary every game. And if you remember the last World Cup 2022, the amazing scenes for Canadian fans at that World Cup. Well, get ready for this World Cup. 2026, Canada, USA, Mexico, bringing it. And I say this much. I'm quite happy with the complement of games that Canada has. Now, Ukraine moving forward with the ball, looking dangerous on the edge of the box. Wide open, far side. There's the equalizer. Oh, what a great save. That should have been 1-1. Should have been 1-1. There was the equalizer under the keeper. Croupeau. Brilliant save. Have some of that. I know there's not too much on this game. Oh, you're kidding yourself. Great save. That should have been 1-1. And it was literally a copycat goal of what Canada gave to the Ukraine. Coming up to 7 minutes 15, and I tell you, it should be 1-1. Are we in for a barn-burning game with lots of goals? Hey, I tell you what, it would be nice. It would be nice for Canada to get all the goals, and I'm not being rude on any Ukrainian fans, not at all. I'm going to try something here for you Ukrainian fans, make you feel a bit better. Привет, Ukrainstan. Yeah. Welcome to the Ukrainians. We say welcome to the Canadians as well in the Canadian Shield match right now. Back post. That should have been 1-1. Croupeau dives low and it comes off his thigh. Take a quick look. It's off his thigh. Magical save. Any bit that it hits that ball that stops it going in the net is going to be a good piece to hit. Whether it's your little toe, your nose, your ear, it doesn't matter. Even off your ass. If it stays out, that's a good thing for Canada, no doubt about it. Like I say, things are looking good right now. 1-0 into the game. 8 minutes in, we're 1-0 up. I tell you, things are looking good. Seago now with the throw-in for Canada. Everybody's looking to impress Jesse Marsh today. Everybody's looking to impress the man there in the black shirt, trying to get the guys going. Every match from now till the first game next year at our World Cup, which is just about a year away now, every man is going to be playing his arse off to get into that squad, into that team, into that World Cup. Ball over the top. Should have been offside. And that's probably going to go for a goal kick. Yes, he's offside straight away. But every man on this Canadian team is going to be playing their asses off to get into that squad World Cup. He's marginally offside. But he's offside nonetheless. What's your thoughts on Jesse Marsh, anybody out there? Do you like what Jesse brings? Is he your man? Is he better than the last guy? Is he better than the guy before? I think he's doing a fine job. I really do. I like what he does. I like his intensity. I like his attitude. I like his yapper. He scares people off the sideline. He makes the referee make decisions. When you have a soft coach, things go against you. You think about all the years Canada's played in CONCACAF and how many decisions went against Canada every single game. Not anymore. Not anymore. Jason, I hear what you're saying. I totally hear what you're saying, Jason. Absolutely. Big point, mate. He's not your man, but they have been fun to watch. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. And I think what I'm sort of hearing there is that what I said earlier about the high press, you've got the high press going on all the time as Ukraine are coming forward. But with that high press, it also leaves a big open space at the back at times. And we just saw that minutes ago where it could have been one apiece. But yeah, not your man. He's not everybody's man. And he wasn't Leeds United fans' man either. That's why he didn't last too long there. He's an impact kind of coach, and that was definitely not offside. That was definitely not offside. What's this linesman thinking? Yeah, what's this linesman thinking? That was so not offside. Crazy, hey? Could have been 2-0 there, guys. We could have been 2-0 up. No doubt about it. Ukraine is still in the game, though. I tell you what, rude Canadian, what time am I on? Mountain time, my friend. Time is now 10:46, 10:47, 10:49, 10:50. If you needed it, that's where we are. Coming up to 11 minutes. I'll give you the 11-minute rude Canadian. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 11 minutes right now. Ball on the edge of the box. Canada still pressing. Free kick coming up to Ukraine. Back it up, fellas. Let's get back into position. Now, Ukraine are complaining about the physical nature of the game so far. He's like, that's 2 so far. Was a little bit of a high challenge, but let's face it. It's soccer. You're going to get kicked. It's part of the game. You kick the ball, you kick the man. The referee's there to make it all good. If you kick the man, he'll give you one of them cards up above, yeah? Up above, he will. Nice one, nice one. Where is Rude Canadian? Where are you located, my friend? Love to know that. It's a great handle, by the way. Rude Canadian. There's not enough Rude Canadians, I'll tell you that. Maybe more at the next World Cup because we're getting big time. Ball over the top now, one-on-one with the keeper. Lobs it. What a save. And I tell you what, another moment there where Ukraine should have had a goal. I'll say this much as well. When the ball came over the top, Zinchenko, when he put that ball over there, I don't think he really took that shot seriously. I think that was a half shot. And if it was people like Pep Guardiola back in the day, well, he would have let him know. I'm letting you know. Absolutely. Another huge save. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I've always said Maxime Crepeau is my guy. That is an absolute huge save. Yeah. Zinchenko seems to think he's the man for everything. I've never agreed with that. He's a good player, no doubt about it. But sometimes I think he finds himself into slots where he really isn't that man. Remember when he played with Man City? Chiefly a defender. Look at him right now. He's up in the final third. Sometimes these guys think they can do everything. I'm gonna make you mad now. I'm going to really piss somebody off here right now. We don't see Alphonso Davies on the field right now. I'm a fan of Alphonso's. You are too. But I'll tell you one thing. Over the past few years, I've watched Alphonso Davies for Bayern Munich, and the Canadian national team. It's the same thing with Alphonso. He's a defender. Yes, he can go like a gazelle. He's got great speed. We all remember that goal on the sideline against Panama. He keeps the ball in play, goes down the wing, keeps the ball in play, makes Canada's day. Alphonso, whoa, Alphonso, whoa. He keeps the ball in play, destroys Panama's day. We all remember that day, that magic goal. But the thing about it, you can't do that every game. And when you forry forward, you leave things open in behind. So as much as I love Alphonso, I think play to your strength, play to your position. That's what I'm saying about Zinchenko. He likes to wander. He's a great player, but you can't be great in every position. You cannot. Looking at the crowd, though, I've got to say, are you a little bit disappointed with the size of that crowd? It looks a little small to me. I mean, I know the Voyagers are doing a great job, but it does look a little small. Just saying, just saying. Stevie Stacchio in the game, our big captain. It was thought at the start of it that JD would be the man, but not at the moment. Not at the moment. Again, Ukraine trying to get something going here down the line. Free kick coming up to Canada. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Easy free kick to win. And if you're going to push the guy in the back, Cornelius is going down every time to win that free kick. Watch this. He feels the touch, goes straight down. That's the one thing about Canada where we got smart over the last 20 years, especially the last 5 years. Playing in CONCACAF all the time, we can complain about not getting the rub of the green or calls going against us. Well, that's because those Central American teams know exactly how to play the referee. We've learned to play the referee. We've learned to take the dive when it's right. We've learned how to compete against those that use the referee and linesman against us. For so many years, Canada was used and abused by referees and linesmen. Benito Arcandia, one of the referees I really detest back in the day, big match against Honduras, calls a penalty on us, wasn't even in the box. Years later, Arcandia against the USA Gold Cup, penalty, stonewall penalty, doesn't give it. Goal scored by Canada, last second, it was offside, wasn't offside, he don't give it. So we've seen enough of how referees have used and abused Canada. It doesn't happen now because once you start getting high in them standings, we're 30 in the world. Once you get up there, nobody messes with teams in the big leagues. They'll mess with the teams in the hundreds. And that's what used to happen to Canada. Right now, Canada on the ball, keeping possession in and around the Ukrainian box, trying to get inside. Lovely little tip and go. No foul. Carry on, guys. Carry on. Ukraine clearing up the mess, but not going anywhere. Canada get the ball back into halfway. Nice possession game, using the brain, keeping it alive. No pressure on it. Just keep it alive. Keep possession. Keep Ukraine off the ball. Highlight your chances of winning. Terrible back pass or back header there. Couple of things now. How many people do you think are watching this game on TV right now? How many people do you think are watching on this team right now on TV? I'll give you a couple of stats as we're going through. Canada's World Cup last year, or sorry, 2022, when Canada was in the World Cup in 2022, the first 4 days of the 2022 World Cup, how many people in Canada were watching that World Cup in the first 22? Josh Zuckerberg now into the box, tackled, wins the ball back. Call against him. Call against him. Bit of a strange one, that one. But Canada and Canadian fans, the first 4 days of the 2022 World Cup, 3.5 million Canadians were watching that World Cup. There are roughly 3.7 million Canadian hardcore fans in Canada that will watch the game at various times. But that doesn't mean they'll all watch it together at the same time. I'll give you an idea. If you look at Canada taking on Costa Rica in the World Cup qualifying, Edmonton, there were only 720,000 people watching that. Ball given away now. Acapelli shoots. Should have passed. Tijon looking to get in there. Tijon wins it, comes back with it. A nice play. Canada keeping possession. Tajon Buchanan is playing his butt off today. Well done, Buchanan. Well done, Buchanan. Well done. Foguerelis, nice and calm at the back. And Maxime steadies the ship. Well done, Maxime. Nice and steady. Keep the ball, keep possession. A 1-0 win here today against Ukraine would literally send some signals around the world as to how Canada is competing with big teams. Long way to go. 18 minutes in. Such a long way to go. Well, I got to tell you, the new guy's doing well. Saliba's doing well. No problem there at all. No problem there. BV, yep. The problem with watching Canada games is that I don't have cable, so I can only watch through One Soccer, which is just a horrific service. I'd tell you, mates, I won't disagree, and I won't say you're wrong or I won't say you're right. I'm listening to you, and I'm grinning. Bits who still do their little bits. TSN still do their little bit. TSN Plus as well. RDS, they're all doing their little bit. But what we really need to do is get one channel like One Soccer with massive sponsorship. That's the only thing it doesn't have. It needs a sponsorship. It needs to grow. When you see Canadian Premier League games, east to west in the country, they're doing as much as they can. Believe you me, the camera work, the commentary may not be what you're looking for, but the camera work is as good as it can be, because you consider this. Cameras means lots of money. More angles means more money. So like I say, CPL, Canadian Premier League, One Soccer, they're doing as good as they can. And I tell you, Canadian Premier League, without them, where would they be? They'd have no focus, yeah? And I know what you're going to say. They have no focus already. And things have changed recently. I know they have. But again, One Soccer, I'd say this much. People who put their hand in fire for this game deserve us to give them the nod, to give them a bit of a positive. If the service is horrific for you and you don't like horrific service, then I tell you what, that's good for you. And I mean, I agree with BV Up. You wanted to watch the CPL but can't. Really? I thought that One Soccer was carrying CPL games, or maybe it's just replays. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. More importantly, what about the Gold Cup? Where are you going to be watching there? Another free kick coming up to the Ukraine. Tell you what, he's going to have to be careful. The referee's going to have a word in a minute. But yeah, it's for all this time that Canada's been on the map playing soccer, it's amazing that we really haven't got one massive soccer station, like per se Sky Sports. I'm just giving you an example. But it's an example that I give you that we should have. We should have a soccer-specific station in this country. Hosting a World Cup next year, it should be evident. CBC were doing a great job years ago. It was basic, but it was beautiful basic. It really was. Yeah, TSN have done a great job. Sportsnet done a decent job, no doubt about it. So when you come down to the One Soccer, they need to go and get big sponsors. They need to be bigger business, and they need to bring more. And that's hard. It's easy to say. But the business is what they need to build. Anyway, back to the game. Ukraine now starting to get into the game, getting some flow into it, starting to dominate slightly. But I totally get where you're coming from with the horrific service, because I'll say this much. A while back, I had quite a few companies that I did have service with, and I binned quite a few because the service just wasn't good enough. So I get what you're saying. 21 minutes, 22 minutes now. It's still 1-0 to Canada. Figueiredo's having the time of his life. That ball over the top, though, that back post, that's what they're looking for. The back post is the danger spot. Just like we did on them, they're looking for the back post. First half is this game is building right now. Second half is where this game is going to come alive. But believe you me, Ukraine do not want to lose. I guarantee you that. They do not want to lose. Even though Canada is 30 in the world right now, Europeans do not look at Canada as a soccer giant. But I'll say this, if you're 30 in the world, you're not a soccer minnow. You're in the big league. You look at what Canada's done recently, third place once, and again, now they're looking to get a trophy or finish the deal properly. Canada tic-tac-toeing in and around their own defense, looking very calm, very collective, very smooth. And 10 years ago, we would not have been able to do that. We didn't have the player core to get that ball tic-tac-toed out of defense, out of problem land, moving up the field. We didn't have them players. We didn't have them coaches. And we were getting used and abused by referees all the time. You know it. Hey, I tell you. I've been on the sidelines for a few Canadian national games, and I've seen how we've been treated. Ball now back into the top, coming over the top. Should be going out for a corner. No, kept in. Brilliant skills again by Canada. The feet on these boys, I tell you, nowadays handball coming off. Keep possession. Move it. There you go, my son. Excellent skill there. Tajon Buchanan showing some amazing skill. Lefties defended for dead. One tap. Ball coming in the back post. It's in. Oh, carbon copy number 2. Tajon Buchanan chips it in. JD, number 34 on the career for Canada. Top scorer. Boom, boom, boom. And he will be top scorer for all time. I don't see anybody beating JD. 2-0. Can you believe this? Bloody hell. JD Buchanan looking good. And I tell you, Jesse Marsh, can you believe this? Jonathan David, without a club this summer, saying bye-bye to Le France. Maybe this is the kind of advertising that Jonathan David needs to get picked up by a big club. And Manchester United is not the club that he needs to go to. No, don't go there. That's not the big club. There's one of the rumors. If I was looking at him, Some of these big clubs in Europe need to tie him down because look at that finish. Look at that finish. He made his defender look exactly what he was. Not even there. No defender close to him. And when he was, he made him look invisible. Absolute brilliant finish. But you have to say, 2 amazing crosses by Tajon Buchanan. Fantastic assists. Unbelievable assists. 2-0 on the day. I'll tell you, Jonathan David cannot believe his luck, but 2 beautiful finishes. Yes, collectively lucky on the first one. He got his own rebound. But the second one in, get in there, get in there. Buchanan is getting better. I got to agree, BV up. Big time, big time. Jason Cunha, wild love to DJD at Benfica. Yeah, you know what? Could he go there? Could he go there? That wouldn't be a bad place to go. But is that a step up or is it a step across from where he is? Big respect to Benfica, no doubt about it. Bem-vindo. Como vai você? So Ukraine on the edge of the box, 2-0 down. I tell you what, they didn't come here to lose. They're 2-0 down, and they're looking like they came with the different. Well, they came to play, but they haven't started to play. They've had one shot close on, but my. Ball through the middle, you see that coming. He's on it now. Shot coming on net. Crosses in, and well cleared again. Well cleared again. Great defending by Stevie Eustachio. Playing a captain's game today. Who doesn't love Steven Eustachio, eh? Oh, my life. Who doesn't love Stevie Eustachio? And yeah, rude Canadian, Buchanan is so damn fast. Unbelievable. He, if you remember a couple of years ago when he was younger on the team, he didn't have this impact. He's really built that game. Ball coming in, shot on net. Safe hands, Maxime Croupeau once again. Slow it down, Max. Slow it down. Let everybody get out there. 2 goals up. Slow it down. Stevie Eustachio now taking the ball, having a look. You know where it's going next. 2-0 up, 26 minutes in. Jesse Marsh must be loving this. We're living the dream. I was worried about this Ukraine game for quite some time. I tell you that, I really was, but not now. So not worried now. Hey, we're in a good position to get a result. And before the goal started to fly, I said, honestly, a draw in this game would be a decent result. Now Canada is in command zone. Sort your feet out, JD. I forgive you. 2 goals makes me forgive you. 34 goals definitely does forgive you. Top scorer Canada all time. And I'm telling you now, when he has finished his career, I doubt ever if anyone's ever going to get close to JD's numbers. I really feel it's a historic good ball going down the right wing. You could see it a mile away. You could see that a mile away. Corner to Ukraine. Is it a corner? Seems to think it's a corner. Brandon Games 200. Big up to you, man. Love the stream, mate. Keep up the good work. Just on the team, Jonathan David should join. He should join Liverpool. Liverpool. We need a striker. Bloody hell, like Liverpool. That would be a great place. He is made for Liverpool. His style of finishing, his style of play, corner coming in. I'll get back to you. Another useless corner by Ukraine. I've got to tell you, what is with the Ukrainian corners today? Absolutely not getting it done, and they're not playing smart at the moment. They're playing into trouble. It's absolutely panic mode here. Don't start playing panic mode, Canadians. Keep it calm. But back up to you. Liverpool, Jonathan David, I tell you now. You look at the way Liverpool play the football. Jonathan David, he is literally made for Liverpool. The way he moves, the way he reads the game, his finishing, he could be a big player for Liverpool. So Liverpool, get the lolly out, get the dosh out. Shot coming in, nothing happening. Croupeau owns his box and generals everybody. Nice safe hands. But Liverpool, get the money out. I think Jonathan David at Liverpool is an absolute fit. Absolute fit. But look at that finish again on your screens. Jeepers creepers. Tajon, the slightest touch. That second goal, that header, that is brilliance personified in a finish. Absolute majestic in front of goal. You're never going to see a better finish than that in your life. And I think, to be honest with you, I've seen JD finish quite a few goals. And I remember the goals down in Latin America, in Central America, where we had some great times in 2022's qualification time. But I tell you, that header, and the space and the way he met the ball and the way it spun over. I think that's probably one of the best goals he's scored. But again, who's advertising his butt to the world today? JD, 2 goals, and also Tajon Buchanan, 2 great crosses. I'm loving this. I don't know about you, but I'm loving this. Arsenal, Jason Kuna likes the Arsenal. Come on, the Arsenal. Tea break, fellas. Tea break. Arsenal, I tell you, Arsenal. More likely Arsenal. They play a similar game, and I know that this tic-tac-toe football up and down the field, everybody looks very similar, but you've got to be kidding me. What is the cameraman doing to me? What is the cameraman doing to you? What is the cameraman doing? It's 3-0 Canada, 30 minutes in. Ukraine are looking like an absolute wrecked train right now. Were they all on the piss last night? My. 3-0? 3-0? This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Rude Canadian literally heard the goal before I saw it. Me too, fella. Me too. Where's the damn cameraman? Like, jeepers creepers. I tell you what, BV up, back to you, mate. The service is horrendous. Yeah, but what a terrible piece of goalkeeping. Look at that, right through his legs. Beautiful finish, I tell you. I'm laughing my arse off because, yeah, Akinpelo scores the goal, and we didn't even see it. We see the replays. Unbelievable. I'll take that for 3-0, but I'll tell you what, One Soccer, BV up says, horrendous service. That was horrendous. And I gave you all the cameramen all the love before. But come on, guys, get it together. Stop with the damn highlights. Stay on the frickin' game. Jeepers creepers. Jason Cooney, he's my club's keeper. I'm loving it, brother. I'm loving it, bruv. Loving it. Kitty Corner, welcome to you. Arsenal could use someone like David to get them past all those draws. You're kidding, eh? Not kidding at all. You know, Arsenal doesn't draw so many this year. They're right in there. And look how many times Arsenal's finished second over the last few years. It's criminal. It's criminal. So I say this, Arsenal, JD could be a good fit. But is Arteta the man? Is he Arteta? Is he the man to get that trophy for the Arsenal? Are the Gooners, better with Arteta or without him? And I'd say they would be better with JD. But yeah, Kitty Corner, Arsenal could use someone like David to get them past all those draws. What are you thinking about this 3-0, guys? I mean, come on, 3-0 right now. This is absolutely insane. 1-0, we were like, hey. 3-0, 30 minutes, 2 for Jonathan David, 1 for Akinpelu. And I tell you, who's going to be your man of the match? It's hard to say man of the match right now, but who could be your man of the match? Absolutely nuts. I love watching Canada. I tell you what, 32 years I've been watching this team. Free kick coming up to Ukraine. We've got a good referee, by the way. He's staying invisible. Kitty Corner, go Canada, rude Canadian. I'm shocked. He says, I'm shocked. I'm shocked as well, mate. Jason Kuna could see JD at Napoli. Ooh, yeah. Get up there with McTominay. Napoli. Yes. Not so far from Roma. But Napoli, that's another good one. Yeah, so Liverpool, Arsenal, Napoli. Could be a few more coming. Yes, there could be indeed. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what. We are doing so good, guys. We are doing so good. 3-0 up. This is just nuts. Who saw this coming in? Hey, I mean, I know you can say that Ukraine can bring up some big players too. Yes, they can, but so can we. My 3-0. This is going to make my weekend so much better. And don't forget, there's more games coming, yeah? Canada's got another game coming up after this one. We were talking about that in half time. But yes, Stevie Eustachio, the man in the middle, pushes it up. Beautiful. Akinpelo backs it up. Nice. Coming inside. Clever play. I like the way Canada switches the ball left and right without using the back line. Yeah, everybody uses the back line to go from left to right. I like the way you go in between the lines. Killing this modern day game tactically, go between the lines. You'll kill a line dead. And we've done that twice. Give the ball back. There you go. See, that line just got killed with one pass. Canada is playing very, very smart soccer. And if you can take Ukraine on right now and get a 3-0 goal, and a 2-0 goal and a 1-0 goal and start dominating the game. This is sending messages to the European teams coming to the World Cup. It's sending messages to the South American teams coming up. No one's going to take us for granted. And looking at that crowd, I can see people in that crowd, and I recognize a couple of people in that crowd. They're from the western part of Canada. I've seen a couple of you. I know who you are. But I tell you, this is going to send messages to people around the world that you play Canada, in Canada, you best be ready because they can play, and they play. And another interesting factor, if you look at Canada over the years against the USA, we never got it done. Nowadays, Canada's bossing the US as well. That's how far this nation has come. They've come a big way. And all you guys and girls watching out there, listening out there, you know exactly what I'm saying. And the women's team are doing phenomenal as well, yeah? So, when you think Canada, free kick coming up, edge of the box, 3-0 up, could we get some more joy? I tell you, 36 minutes in, signs are looking very good now. If you're Ukraine, what are your thoughts on this one? Are you looking to do damn-con? Are you worried about maybe losing another goal? I mean, we got another half and another 10 to go. Ball coming in now. Outswinger, back post. Keeper gets it. Well claimed. Wasn't really the best free kick. Too close to the keeper. It should have been closer to the penalty spot so you can get someone on the end of it and put whip on it onto the net. Ukraine going down the right wing now, looking to do some damage. Canada now 5 back to defend. Strips him of the ball one more time. I tell you, we got ball players and we got ball winners, and we're looking like Brazil in white right now, going down the right wing. Shuffleberg going to get tackled, wins the corner. Excellent play once again. Excellent play from defense to offense to win a corner. 20 years ago, that's what we dreamed of. We're not dreaming about that anymore, are we? No, we're not. Not at all. Not at all. Ukraine looking a little bit shell-shocked, I'll tell you now. Kitty corner go Canada. And Jason Kuna, Yats, BC, they plat back 3. Yeah, they're playing a back 3. Absolutely. I hear what you're saying. And it's not exactly playing into their best day. Corner coming in now. Voyagers in behind the scene, making lots of noise. Real Canadian ultras. I've been in with them. First time was 2007 in BMO Field at that end. And I tell you now, it really wasn't the same stadium in 2007 that it is now. And when the World Cup comes along, BMO Field is in for some real refitting to take the attendance way up there. Corner coming in now. Canada 3-0 up. Not the best corner. Well headed out by the Ukraine. On the edge of the box now. Coming back in. Blown down. Referees blown it down. Maybe a push. But there you go. 37 minutes in, coming up to 38 minutes. And I tell you what, we could not be happier. Talking about statistics as well, we had 720,000 people watch Canada and Costa Rica. Remember that in Edmonton? The Jamaica game, when Canada won 4-0 in BMO Field, drew 1.65 million fans to the big screen. Remember I said there's 3.5 million Canadian fans at any given time. It doesn't mean they all watch at the same time. Free kick coming up to Canada. Stevie Eustachio down on the ground. But again, I say there's about 3.5 million Canadian fans in Canada, right across east to west, inclusive overseas fans. Kyler41, how you doing, buddy? Hi, my friend. Happy Saturday, sir. Nice to see you, my bun. And like I say, 3.5 million fans is what Canada's got in the country, and those overseas that regularly watch games or go to games. So there you go. There's a number in your head that, you know, go. That ball should have gone far left side. Should have gone left side already, but Canada keep possession. Ukraine somewhat looking to get into it. Even Zinchenko is now literally looking like this is a training game. If you watch the legs of Ukraine right now, where they were running, sprinting to get the ball, they're literally watching and static. Canada's got the legs. Canada's in the ascendancy. Canada's got the confidence going and looking for more. You see that? Now, I tell you what, Akinyele, I tell you what, he's probably better off laying the ball off. But again, Canada is now in a situation, 3-0 up. Psychologically, the game is done. Normally, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But Ukraine are not moving the legs like they did in the first 20. Coming up to half-time, 5 minutes to half-time, got to say, this is more than we bargained for. 3-0 up. Jeepers, creepers. Is this another good weekend? And don't forget, in the competition, the Canadian Shield, it's probably going to come down to goal difference. The more goals we can score, the better the chance is, yeah? Just saying. More games we play, the more goals we score, the better the chances we can win this whole Canadian Shield. Next game is obviously Ivory Coast, and that is coming up in Vancouver. BC Place, Vancouver, a great place to play football. Oh, did you see that by Jesse Marsh, mate? Honestly, the ball goes out of play. He catches it, swivels it around his back, and throws it straight back into play. Basketball skills, mate. Jesse Marsh is such a gifted fella. Unbloody believable. You couldn't even write that in the script. Fantastic. I love Jesse for his in your face. And BV up, I hear what you're saying, not your man. I totally get it. But for that, making referees a little bit dubious about giving us no calls. Yeah, I like a guy who's loud. Loud coaches get the calls. Who sit on the sidelines, who sit on that seat, they don't get the calls all the time. So, but the basketball skills from Jesse Marsh on the sideline, fantastic. Again, nice interception by Canada. Terrible pass, though. But Canada holding firm, playing very well, a nice counter-attack system, not wasting any energy, not wasting any time, doing exactly what they need to contain Ukraine, fill in the pacing, fill in the passing lanes, and keep in the game. Fantastic performance, fantastic performance. Francois Pitre, my friend, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? He says Ukraine showed up to get money, I guess, because they are tourists. I tell you what, Francois Pitre, that is a big can of worms you've opened up there, my friend. I mean, that is a big can of worms. I'm not jumping in on that one because someone might jump in on me, but I'm going to say this. Ukraine showed up to get money, I guess, because they are a tourist. That's quite funny. That is quite funny. Jesse's still trying to play res ball soccer. Yes, matey. Yes, matey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thanks for everybody tuning in today. And sorry about the original screw up. I'm honest. I'm going to take a tea break. Maxine's taking a kick. For some reason, when we started the original watch along, we had no mic. Don't know why. Don't know why. So I shut everything down, restarted it up. And within 2 to 3 minutes, we had everything back together. Free kick coming up to Canada. Hello, hello. What's he doing? What's he doing? No free kick to... Wow. Tejon took that well. I'll tell you, I thought that was a free kick for Tejon. Years ago, Tejon would have thrown the teddy out of the stadium, not in the corner. Nowadays, Tejon's really grown into a man. Takes it with a shrug. And when you play on a big team like Inter Milan, you take things with a shrug because you're a big team. Anyway, 3-0 up, 3-0 up, 3-0 up. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And come back for the next one. Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a physical game. I tell you, I love watching Côte d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast, love them. They bring you muscle. They bring you skill. They bring you passion. Brilliant play again by Tejon Buchanan. Cross coming in. Keeper just scrambles it. In defense, Ukraine are looking very disjointed. Have done all game. And I haven't seen the coach change nothing. Once they went one down, I'd have been changing the system. He didn't change it. He's gone with the same system every step of the game. 3-0 down. Coach, your players are looking for assistance. Change the system. You can't get around Canada like you think. Everything you're trying is being cut down to size. Canada, physically, strength, is a bigger team. You would not have said that 10 to 20 years ago. Not for $1 million. We are playing absolute phenomenal football. We're playing like we have 10 absolute veterans on the field and a goalkeeper who knows exactly how to get it done. And also the guys on the bench are looking to get in to this team. They're looking to get into this squad for the World Cup. And ask yourself one question. Have you seen one single player so far? I know it's early doors, coming up to half-time, but have you seen one Have you seen one single player so far? I know it's early doors, coming up to half time, but have you seen one player on the Canadian national team put a foot wrong in this game or really play a bad part in this game? Every man playing his part. Jesse Marsch is bringing new ideas all the time, changing the flow of the game. Free kick coming up again, possible offside. But Jesse Marsch is changing our fortunes. He's changing what we do on the field. 2 minutes of added time, and that's the guy on the sideline. The referee on the sideline is a Canadian Premier League referee. That's the fourth official. His name is Rudolph. Rudolph. Remember that name, Rudolph. Canadian Premier League referee. I have talked to Rudolph quite a few times. Lovingly. And sometimes not so lovingly as well. Absolutely. Rude Canadian coming up for a quota. Crazy hustle by Eustachio. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stevie Eustachio, for a skilled player, he always gives you a lot of play and a lot of effort. Free kick coming up, Ukraine. I tell you what, it's a bit of a soft one, and the referee's not really looking to do anything for it. But Ukraine do deserve the free kick and are complaining that maybe someone needs a card. I don't think it was a card. Not for $1 million. Talking about those attendances, I said 1.65 million for the Jamaican game. When we played the USA recently, there were 3.1 million. So remember, I said there's 3.5 roughly Canadian fans in Canada worldwide. For the USA game, last one, the 2-1 win, that was 3.1 million Canadians watching the game. Active numbers, all at the same time. People chopping in, chopping out. It eventually went to 3.7 million Canadians. Francois Pitre, let's hope Ivory Coast give us a good game because Ukraine are lame. I'm very surprised with the Ukraine. I really expected more. Listen, a couple of games ago, they were in the Nations League battling to get into the finals, further into the finals with Belgium. They won the first game 3-1. And you're thinking, it's done. And then they lose the second game 3-0. And Belgium save their asses. Unbelievable. So they can bring you shocks. Sometimes they can let you down. Ukraine fans know that. Free kick in, on target, hits the wall. And a man down straight away. Referee bringing on the trainer. Really got smacked in the head. I think it might be Cornelius who went down. I'm not too sure. Okay, well, it was headed wide. Take another look. Take a look at this. It goes into the wall. It's Cornelius with his big head. And I love that big head of Cornelius. Last few games, Cornelius, literally when he's on call and he's been put into this team, he's really stood up for Canada. And he really, really plays a big part. I tell you now, doesn't always get the nod, doesn't always become your first man in the back line. But when he's asked to stand up and turn up and play for Canada, he does. He doesn't give you the spectacular. He gives you the safe. He doesn't give you the spectacular. He gives you the safe. And I'd sooner have the safe than the spectacular in defense any day of the week. Brandon Gomez, 200. Yes, are losing to Turkey. And he's laughing. He's laughing. Way to go, Brandon Gomez. Brandon _games 200. Not Gomez. Brandon _games 200. USA are losing to Turkey, and he's laughing. There you go. I tell you. Absolutely loving this. Can't get enough of it. 3-0 up. Just if you're tuning in, Jonathan David on 4 and 24, and Promise Akimpelu on 31. Last night, I'm going to give One Soccer a little bit of praise. On their pregame, they were talking about Promise Akimpelu, whether he should get the game, whether he should not get the game, whether he's even worth putting on the team. And to One Soccer's credit, they said, yeah, we think he should be on the team. And that, yeah, he's definitely going to make things happen. He's going to rile the defenders, rough them up, get you that goal, and he's in the game. So far, I can't disagree with what they said about him, but all too often, that what he just did, score that goal, it hasn't always happened for Canada, has it? And he's had a few chances, per se, So stay with it. He's 1-0 up and he's doing pretty good. But One Soccer, I've got to give him the benefit on that one. They did absolutely get that one right. Now, talking about games coming up for Canada, stay with me on this. More information. We're at the halftime. I will be taking a short break if I need to, but it won't be during the second half, that's for sure. Games coming up. These are the games you've got to feast your eyes on. And I'm also going to give you something. October 10th, there's another game coming. So here we go. Canada, Ukraine 3-0 up. The next game came out, Ivory Coast. You know about that one. That's here in the Canadian Shield. After that, July 17th, Canada taking on Honduras. That's in Vancouver. June 10th, and obviously that's in the Gold Cup, I should say. June 17th, Canada takes on Honduras in Vancouver. Honduras in Vancouver. Then Curacao 21st in Houston. Then on the 24th of June, it's El Salvador in Houston. Those are the three games. Therefore, three decent results should move Canada to the next round. September games coming up on the 5th. Romania. September, Romania in Bucharest. That is going to be very interesting. Not an easy place to go. Romania, not an easy team to play at all. And then a game I'm really looking forward to. Why, you say? Well, if you look in the background, you'll get a few clues. But why, I say? September 9th, Canada is on the road again. Not a shock. So not a shock. But where are we? Canada, September 9th, is in Swansea. And if you don't know where Swansea is, I'll let you know. That's Wales. So a very great game for me to actually commentate. That's going to be all these games I'm talking about. We're going to do live commentaries all the way through, okay? And we get to the World Cup, we're doing live commentaries for the World Cup as well. But the Wales game, September 9th in Swansea against Canada, that's a big game for me. Oh, yes. That's a very big game for me. You know how much I love Canada? I've been here 33 years. You would have to literally get a crowbar and prize me out of this country like a limpet off a rock, because it's not going to happen. Love this country. More so, I love the people. I love Canadians, North Americans, fantastic people. I love Americans. I love everybody around the world. But where do I live, bruv? I live in Canada. I used to live in the UK. I haven't lived there for a long time. But like I say, the Wales game against Canada, yeah, that's a big one. And then October 10th, there's another game coming too. So few games coming there. Looking at the Ukraine national team for the Ukraine fans, because you've got to go both ways. You do. Canada right now, they're losing 3-0. Next game is against New Zealand, and that's in the Canadian Shield. And after that, we'll know who the champions are. Ukraine would need to fill the net against New Zealand if they lose this one heavy. And that's what I'm saying. Then it's Ukraine have got France, then Azerbaijan, then Iceland, then Azerbaijan, and then France, and then Iceland. And that's all 2026 World Cup qualifying. I do expect to see Ukraine get to the World Cup. I really do. I can't see that that's not going to happen. However, on the base of this performance, they haven't looked that great, have they? Not that great at all. Going into the chat, guys, as we always do, but I'm going to give you the stats before we move on, because everybody loves the stats. So looking at the stats right now, going for Canada first, 6 shots, 4 on target. 60% of everything has hit the back of the net. 60% of everything has hit the back of the net. Possession, 40% possession, yeah? Counter-attack. You don't need the ball. You only need the ball when you move with it upfield. Counter-attack, keeping the back nice and safe. Great goalkeeping again by Maxime Croupeau. Brilliant. Croupeau has been on the game. Midfield doing everything. And have you noticed, we're not hanging with the ball in the midfield. We're releasing it quick. It's going straight through or it's going down the middle. From midfield, down the lines, or straight through up to the forwards. From defense, it's going straight through to the line or in deep in the midfield. No waste of tic-tac-toe through, tic-tac-toe on the outside. It's smart. It's very smart. And it's getting space where nobody has had space before. You look at Tajon Buchanan, the space that he's had so far in this game. Amazing, yeah? Absolutely amazing. He's opened up 3 major chances where, with a bit of luck, he'd have 3 assists. He's got 2. Look for more in the second half. Pickle Kisser, my man. How you doing, bruv? Next time you're in Toronto, beers are on me, Stevie. I'll tell you what. I should come down there and do a live game, shouldn't I, hey? Maybe give one soccer a hand and go, this is how you do it. Going back into the Francois Pitre, major disappointments, thought Ukraine would give us a good prep. So did I. So did I. I thought, yes, Ukraine, big team, lots of skilly players, intelligent players. I was bigging up Ukraine before the game got started, how good they are, how clever they are, the intelligent plays. They're making the ball do the work. And as soon as I said that, they fell to pieces. They fell to pieces. Unbelievable. So, Francois Pitre, I totally agree with you. I was looking like you and like many Canadian fans for a bigger test. And Ukrainian fans, I tell you now, they probably can't believe what's going on. They're probably thinking, what is this Canada? What are they made of? We're 3-0 down. Belgium beat Ukraine 3-0 a handful of games ago. We're doing it in half the time. Take it from me. This is great stuff. This is great stuff. But Pickle Kisser, yes, beers, Toronto next time. Absolutely. Francois Pitre again. We play well, but Ukraine are doing their best to make us shine. Yeah, that's another way to look at it, hey? Yeah. Yeah, we play well, but Ukraine are doing their best to make us shine. Remember what I was saying about the legs were moving and then they stopped moving? Ukraine have been walking a lot. This team, it doesn't have that togetherness, that harmony that you're seeing with the Canadian national team. We've been building this team literally before the 2022 World Cup. You might think, what the hell are you talking about? Seriously, you look at the 2022 World Cup qualification, the players, the nucleus of players there, the nucleus of players now, you got to agree. We've been getting this team ready for a number of years now, and you're seeing the fruit really coming up. I'll also say this much, with the thought of the Gold Cup coming up soon, we are second favourites for that Gold Cup. I feel it's time for Canada to pursue a Gold Cup trophy. I don't think it's time to go there and just make up the numbers. And we don't have to worry about the referees and the linesmen anymore. We're good enough to make the game in our own time in 90 minutes and decide it without any interference from the referee or the linesman. So looking at that one, I'm looking for Canada now with this team that we built over the last 3 to 4 years. I'm looking for it all to come together. First thing, Gold Cup is the big thing. Nations League can talk about it all you like, yeah? But Gold Cup is where I'm talking right now. That's what we want to focus on. Get a Gold Cup. Get another trophy. Get ourselves lined up for something magnificent next year. Get a Gold Cup. Get that trophy. And then next year, we push our chests out as the kings of CONCACAF. That's what I'm hoping. Kings of CONCACAF. And then Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, Panama, all of them will be looking at us as the big team. And when the World Cup gets here and starts off, when you're a champion in your own right, in your own region, you can walk a bit taller, walk with some confidence, because you didn't just get given a trophy. You earned it. You earned it the right way. You built this thing over years. So get the first Gold Cup for many, many years. Get to the World Cup as we're going to be. Go there with confidence. Take on big teams. And what you see today against the Ukraine could turn out to be a possibility against big teams in about a year's time when we start playing in the 2026 FIFA World Cup finals. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break. Got to go for a quick leak. But when I'm coming back, we're getting ready for the second half. But right now, I'm going to leave you with this one. 3-0 up. 60 seconds is all I need. But I tell you, 45 minutes to go. I've got to expect a change out of Ukraine. I've got to expect them to come at us. And if they do, they may well leave holes. And it might well be that we can possibly go get number 4. But at halftime, it's 3-0. I'm just going to finish off the stats with you as we go. Possession 40%. Passes 198. Pass accuracy, this is Canada, 83% pass accuracy. 83%. 10 fouls, 4 offsides, 1 corner. For the Ukraine, Privet Ukristan. Shots 5, 3 on targets, 60% possession, outpossessing Canada, outpassing Canada with 287. Pass accuracy, 89% up there. So Canada, 83%, Ukraine, 89%. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Fouls, got 8 fouls on there, 2 offsides and 3 corners. So, like you say, tight game, 3-0. Look at that trophy. Look at that lovely trophy over there. Isn't that wonderful? If you're catching this on your TV screens, lovely trophy. 2025. 1 year away from the World Cup in 2026. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break, but I'll be back in 60 seconds. Don't go away. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go, guys. Back with you. See, no 60 seconds, probably 30 seconds, but that's all the guy needs, yeah? All righty. Excuse me. Back to the chat. Bivvy up. Francois Pitre, he was amazing when he played. He seemed like the type of guy to pull an upset. Yes, absolutely. 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 Croupeau, this is Francois Pitre. Croupeau should be our number 1 keeper. The team play better when he is in net. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. I said for maybe the last couple of years that Croupeau should be the starter. And I don't forget the great keepers we've had. No, I don't. And the character keepers we've had. Yeah, you can go all the way back to Craig Forrest in the day. Yeah, all character keepers. And Canada's had great goalkeeping all the way through the years. No doubt about it. But my choice is Croupeau. And when he broke his leg back in the day, yeah, I was absolutely gutted for him. Remember, just before the World Cup, he breaks his leg. Absolutely gutted for the guy. But no, I have to say, Croupeau is definitely my pick. I got to agree with you, Francois. Definitely. So, I'm going to give you some more stats here. Back on the screen. Just a second, guys. I'm shifting screens around. Once soccer's doing their thing, we're waiting for the guys to come out. So they'll be out soon. Got the guys out there training. Will we be making a couple of substitutions? Possibly so. Possibly so. I mean, talking about the goalkeepers, Dane St. Clair. Love Dane. I think he's a great keeper as well. I think, you could tandem those 2 keepers. I've always liked what Dane's brought. I always have. I've always liked what Maxime's brought as well. Between the 2, it's a fine line. I think it's a preference thing. Obviously, Dane St. Clair's sizable compared to Maxime Croupeau, but you can see the ground game on Croupeau. He's so quick and so athletic, and he gets back off his line. When that chip, Sinchenko puts the ball over the top, and Croupeau makes that great save, the left-hand save to push it round. It's quick feet that made that save. If he doesn't get his feet going backwards, and he's literally hustling back like he's going to fall over. That's how quick he's moving his feet to get into position to align himself to see where the ball's going. He's doing all this, as you saw when he was running. But he gets back, quick feet, and he's on. He's on it, and he really does save a goal there. Sinchenko should have put that one in the back of the net, but hey, he didn't. Canada's probably going to make a couple of changes in the second half. 3-0 up, you got to think that's going to happen. We'll see what happens when it does. But again, 3-0 up, 1-0. Yeah, 1-0, I thought, okay, fine. 3-0, wow, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Somebody to think of. Maybe Akinpelu's coming off. Maybe he's got a little bit of a pull. We'll see. Looks like he's got a pull, and he may well be coming off. Excuse me. But we'll see what happens. And there's Rudolph, the 4th official in the background. If you're watching your TV, Rudolph is the 4th official. Jebison is on. So Jebison's on. That's Daniel Jebison, I should say. He's on, and looks like Akimpeli is coming off. Well, Akampelu, I should say. Akampelu's coming off. But your man, Kripo, doing very well. Seager's had a decent first half as well. Like I said before, nobody on the team's had a bad performance so far. Jefferson's coming on, and let's hope that he can do something to literally give Jesse Marsh a big problem on who he's going to name in the next game. And let's face it, Jonathan David, 2 goals so far. You can't take him off. You can't take him off. JD's looking for the hat-trick. Is he going to get the hat-trick? I agree, Francois Pitre again. Kripo is fire, and also he is a bit of a bully. Yes, I love that. In fact, you could say as a French-Canadian, he's got the fire in his belly. He's got that nastiness in there, that winner, my gritty face. You see that with Kripo when he comes into the challenge, when he's coming in to get the ball down low, when he's stretching to make a big save. It's all grit, but it's great skill. Back again, the game's live. Tea time, guys. Let's get ready again. 3-0 up. I am disappointed with the crowd, and I'm going to say it again and again. The level that Team Canada is playing at, and you get this measly little crowd, not impressive. Not impressive. Is it sales? Do we need a better sales team for tickets? Who knows? Ball in the middle, cleared again. Well done. Dangerous play. And a whistle down. Play is whistled down. Throwing now coming up. Chimchik on the line. Canada now coming out, pressing, putting Ukraine under pressure in Canada's half. Nice play there. 1-2. For my money, Ukraine's playing too expansive. If they kept it more simple, more direct, they probably would be in this game. But they're playing too expansive. They need to simplify the motion. Rude Canadian, brilliant point, everybody. I'm going to go to the chat here right now. Rude Canadian writes, in my opinion, if we win a major trophy, attendance will skyrocket. That's the one thing holding back Canadian men's national team. Clout. Got to agree with that. Got to agree with that. Absolutely. Get that first trophy. Get to the World Cup with confidence, hey? We know that the games in Canada and the World Cup games will get big crowds. But if it's not Canada and it's somebody else, and don't forget, you're going to get 4 different size teams when the World Cup gets around. Top, you're going to get A, B, C, and D. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Big team could be Canada. Then you got a B, a C, and a D. Whoever comes into Canada in the World Cup will decide how big a draw it is. Canada needs a good group. Does FIFA fix groups? No, they don't. Do they? No. Do they fix World Cups? No. No, they don't. Do they? So that group, we need 3 sizable teams to come in against us. Not to knock us out of the World Cup, obviously, but we need sizable teams to come in to make it all gel. And on that 48 World Cup coming up, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of 48 teams. It's got stage. But people will be bored senseless with the group stage of 48 teams in a World Cup. Believe you me, it will not be the spectacle that Qatar 2022 was. Not a chance. Not a chance. It's going to be such a watered-down, diluted beginning that they're going to have to rebirth the quarterfinals in the second phase of the tournament. Think of that one. Anyhow, this game now. Moving down the line, Tajon Buchanan, brilliant performance. Is he your man of the match today? I know Jonathan David's got 2 goals, but Tajon ripping, stripping, going past people like it's just for fun. Look at this. He's making people look stupid. Absolutely brilliant skills by Tajon. He's having a fun time. He's grown from the man he was into the big player. 3 years ago, TB was not this guy. Right now, we've got a player on the wing. And remember when he used to get tackled and he used to go down and he stayed down? Well, now he gets tackled and he gets going and he stays up. He's grown in strength, as this team has. Ukraine going down the right wing, pursuing something now. Again, no space to move. Canada defending very tightly, making things hard. Should be a goal. Should be a goal. Missed again. He's looking for the penalty. And it came off Steven Stachio's ribcage, I believe. Take another look when you see the replay. But again, Ukraine looking for things to happen. Now, if you look at the end of the BMO field, there's no roof above there, as you can see. That's how it was originally when I got there the first time. No roof. 2007. Ukraine now. Ball on the edge of the box. Zinchenko thinks he can beat the world. Again, Canada pressed on the edge of their box now. Ball over the top. Nice play by Ukraine, keeping it alive. Zinchenko now, he's offside. Ball was offside. And I'm looking at the Ukraine coach, and I'm looking at what he's not doing, and I'm looking at how flat this Ukraine team look. They look disjointed every step of the way. And I tell you what, take a closer look. It was off the chest, rib cage. Yeah, I told you it was rib cage. Rib cage right off Stevie Eustachio. Stevie's playing a different game today. More of the, I'd say he's playing a game of attrition, Steve, today. Not the silky forward play that he normally brings us, but he's literally covering a lot of stuff and directing a lot of plays without the ball. He's keeping Canada in the game. Watch this. Doesn't look, knows where to play. Brilliant play. Throw into Canada. Great stuff. Bassong, for my money, needs to be a bit stronger in the game. He's coasting at the moment. That's a free kick. That's a free kick. Why are you not calling a free kick there? That's crazy challenging. How's that not a free kick? It's in his back. Take another look. It's in his back. It's not shoulder to shoulder. Nowhere near it. That is the rule. You know it. Shoulder on shoulder. Get back down. Get your ass back down there. Get your ass back down there. Thank you. You will have a laugh or two. And I do say this much. If you don't know what sarcasm is, I'm sure you do now. Ball through. That could have been offside. Man open in the middle. Watch this. Great save again by Croupeau. Maxime is playing a game of the season so far. Free kick coming? No, well played. Keep it alive. Nice play by Eustachio. Taps it off. Beautiful play. Canada moving the ball. Shuffleboard give and go. Nice play. No way. No foul. Beautiful. Well done, referee. That's going to be a free kick. And he lets it go. He lets it go. I tell you what, some of the young players that we got in this team right now, playing well above their station. 3-0 up right now. 52 minutes coming in. I tell you, I'm looking for JD to get number 4. Going back to the chat, guys. Francois was talking about Croupeau. Bivy Up says, Francois Pitre, he was amazing when he played. He seemed like the type of guy to pull an upset. Absolutely. Francois Pitre answers, Croupeau is fire, and also he is a bit of a bully. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love that. He's got that fire. He's not going to stop. Canada moving forward now. Looking promising. Slaps the ball through. Keep running. Keep running. You're going to beat the keeper. Unlucky. Unlucky. Should have passed. Should have passed. Should have passed. Should have passed. Didn't pass. Buchanan looking for gold. He had a man open in the middle. Rude Canadian. In my humble opinion, yes, if we win a trophy, the attendances will skyrocket. Francois Pitre. Why am I thinking about the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Generals? This looks like the soccer version of it. You know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I remember what you're talking about there. In fact, as a young kid, I was amazed by the Harlem Globetrotters. And I was, no, what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I remember what you're talking about there. In fact, as a young kid, I was amazed by the Harlem Globetrotters. And I was never a basketball fan as a kid. But the Harlem Globetrotters, yeah, they really amazed me. I tell you. Ukraine now. Trying to break Canada down, but I tell you, it looks like the day that it's not going to happen for them. Long ball onto the right wing. Nice control going, give and go. Gets the go. Crosses the ball in. Nice cross. Anybody on the end of it? No. Again, great defending by Canada. Headed out. Ukraine keeping it alive on the edge of the box. Good battling once again. Throw in Ukraine. Excellent defending. Keep the battling going, you boys in white. It's all about effort now. It's all about effort. 3-0's good, but 3-1 would be horrible, yeah? Don't need to give anything up. Clean sheets, what we want, and another goal. Remember, Canadian Shield, it would and it could go down to goal difference after 2 matches, yeah? Cannot afford to get scored on, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. Got to keep it clean. 3-0's great, but I think we need another goal. Bassong, take a quick look. Looks like he was holding on. But here, look at Croupeau. Beautiful, beautiful one-handed save down low. Not as easy as it looked. But Tejon on that one-on-one should have pushed the ball inside to give somebody a tap-in on the net. Ukraine didn't come here to lose 3-0, I can guarantee you that, but they're looking like a team that could lose 5-0. If they don't smarten up, it probably will happen. Croupeau marshalling the ball, getting it ready. Shuffleberg and David in the wall. Free kick coming in, wide side. Dangerous position, looking for the back post or running into the front post for the crushing header into the top corner. Front post it goes, and out for a corner. Steven Eustachio doing the defender's job once again. That's a player that I've really enjoyed watching playing for Canada over the years, is Steven Eustachio. Absolutely have enjoyed every moment. Back post this time. Again, great headed defense. Ball comes wide again. Ukraine keeping possession. Ball played off. Looks like the cross is coming in. Does come in. Goes back post. No one there. Headed out once again by Team Canada. Defending is absolutely on the money right now for Canada. And that's the most important part of the game that we really have improved over the years, is tightening up midfield and defensive defense. We've never had a problem with goalkeepers, and we've never really had a problem in the last few years with forwards. But tightening up defensively, that's the key. That is the key. You only need 1 goal to win if you got great defense. We got 3, and I want more, and so do you. And what are you thinking moving into the Côte d'Ivoire? What are you thinking about that game? Again, Ukraine taking a timeout here. Looks like there's a lot of tired boys on that Ukraine team. Are they tired from the flight? Is it jet lag? Is it a difference in elevation? I know that when you play in Western Canada, say Edmonton, you're like at least, compared to Europeans, you're about a good 700-800 meters above sea level higher, roughly. That really can make a difference. The dry temperature in the west sucks all that air out of your lungs. And in the east, you've got all that moisture, especially where these guys are playing. You've got the big lake behind the stadium. It's a big lake. It's a big lake. But again, looking at the sideline, Jesse talking to the guys. He's got Jonathan David over there, Jacob Shuffleberg. Ukraine look like a beaten team. I tell you what, man, I'm seeing a lot of players with dropped heads, really not happy. I'm quite surprised at the lack of intensity. Not fire. There's fire in the Ukraine team, but the intensity, they don't seem to have it. That is very surprising considering the 2 games that they recently gave up against Belgium, where Belgium didn't have it easy. And like I said before, this Ukraine team slapped Belgium 3-1 a couple of games ago, then lost 3-0. But the fire is there, but the intensity isn't. And the collective unison that Canada has, it doesn't seem to be there either. Coming up to 60 minutes. Come on, give the guys another goal. This crowd is waiting for another goal. If it ends 3-0, fine. All well and be it. But we would like to see another goal. Absolutely would like to see another goal. No, I didn't die. I haven't lost my voice. It's nice to give you a break once in a while. You don't have to keep talking. Just keep watching the game. Keep watching what's happening. Who's your man of the match? Who is your man of the match? We got 30 minutes to go, roughly, plus extra time. And remember, there's no added extra time. There's no 30 minutes extra time. There's just the added time at the end of 90 minutes. If it's level, there'll be penalties. Do you think we're getting penalties? I really can't see that happening right now. But all the Canadian Shield games are 90 minutes. And if it's a tie after 90, then you go to penalty kicks. Difference is, if you win straight, obviously you get 3 points. If you win via a penalty shootout, you get 2 points. So there's the difference. And goal difference may well absolutely count in this game, because I'm looking at the Ukraine's next game, New Zealand. I'm thinking they probably will want to come back with a better performance. And that's a foul throw. That's the worst foul throw I've ever seen in my life, referee. What is this referee doing? But again, next game for Ukraine, they'll be looking for a better performance. They'll be looking to get goals. And they're 0-3 right now. So goal difference is looking bad for the Ukraine. Goal difference for Canada right now, 3+ is looking very good. If we can put more on it, it looks even better. And come the next game, Côte d'Ivoire for Canada, might not be so easy. So get the goals while you can. Ukraine on the edge of the box, again, headed out by Canadian defense. Beautiful play there. I have to say, Fogarel has done an absolute number on the Ukrainian forwards. He's been there where he needs to be. Again, open wide. This should be a one. Oh, what a save. He's offside. What a save. I tell you, it would have been good if that was onside for our man, Maxime, to make another save. Irrelevance of the offside. Take a look. Take a look. There's the ball. He's way offside. Irrelevance of the offside. Watch Maxime. Watch Maxime. Watch. Oh, TV, guys. Gotta love him. Watch Maxime. Makes the save. Fantastic. Rude Canadian. JD. Yep. Forgot we have 2 Davids now. Yes, I know. Kind of confusing, isn't it, eh? But David or Akibele. Capu now with the ball in his own box. Francois Pitre, JD. Yeah, JD's getting 2 hits already. So maybe JD is the man of the match. If JD only had 1 goal, I think Tajon Buchanan would have a good chance too. Ball over the top. Doesn't get there. Basson trying to get in there, but he can't meet it. Can't meet it. Ukraine now, 3 at the back. That was the problem today. 3 at the back. Their system did them in. And as you can see, guys dropping back to fill in holes will tell you exactly why they should have 4 at the back and not 3. If you've got a team that's pressing high like Canada, why would you have 3 guys? It makes no sense. Unless you've got a shadow midfielder that's dropping into that back line, I'd say Ukraine needed 4 at the back. And too many teams tried to play the 3-man back line just because they want to keep the possession game going along the back and save 1 pass. Well, save that 1 pass, but you're giving away space. Canada now coming through the middle. Beautiful play. Stephen Eustachio looking around like a general. Taps it off. Fogarez comes through the middle. Lovely play. Canada now keeping it tight. Was it a free kick? I think it's a free kick again. Yes, he did get tapped. He did get tapped. Stephen Eustachio not too happy. Watch this carefully. He got stood on. Got his toes stood on. Watch. Owie. Owie. You have seen red cards for issues like that. Very accidental. There was no malice in it whatsoever. Rude Canadian, David, in my opinion. Absolutely another one for Jonathan David. Looks like JD's getting the man of the match here. Everybody is absolutely 100%. Ukraine on the edge of the box now, looking for things to happen. Nice foot in there, keeping possession. It's scrappy, but we're not giving anything up. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Bassong is like a little pit bull right now. I said 20 minutes ago he needs to come into this game and start getting physical. That's exactly what I'm looking for. He did exactly what I asked him to do. Bassong playing a great game. 3 big substitutions coming up. Oh, yes, Ricky Larea, the man Ricky Larea. The big yapper is coming on the field. Got to love it. Jacob Schaffelberg's coming off. Cornelius is coming off. There's Jason. Not his day today. Not his day today, but it can't be every day. Knight LaBelle, Nelson's on. And Larea's coming on. And my man Bassong is coming off. He's done a great game. Yeah. Bassong's had a great game. No doubt about it. So 3 on, 3 off. It's going to change the complexion of the game. We've got 27 minutes plus. There's a big fella on the Canadian bench, Paul Stalteri, ex-big Tottenham, ex-big Werder Bremen, or Werder Bremen in Deutschland. Spoke to Paulie many times, interviewed him many times. Great guy, very serious, very straight down the middle. Total professional in the day, total professional now. Paul Stalteri, possibly head coach of the future, maybe one day. You never know. Should be, deserves it. Been with the Canadian setup for years. Canada going down left wing, going out, throwing coming up to the Ukraine. He's walking down the line. 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 Ukraine, I tell you, they're doing the basics very well, but the tough stuff, they don't seem to be there. Ukraine now, looking like they've got space. Going down the left side, coming inside, takes the shot. Good shot. Not far off. Sudakov nearly thought he'd got Ukraine back in with a goal. Take a closer look at this from behind the goal. Sudakov cuts inside. It wasn't that far. It wasn't that far. Have another look. He slices it and it's spinning away all the way, but only about 2 feet wide of that left post. Krupo was beaten. If it was on target, it would have been in. Ukraine bringing in 3 players, and you don't normally see this, but we're taking the goalkeeper off. Trubin, 3 goals, is out. So there you go. Trubin is out. And he didn't have a bad game, but he just wasn't there for all 3 shots, and the header especially. That header from Jonathan David in the first half, I think, is literally the distance between him and anybody else as man of the match. That finish was absolutely priceless. Absolutely priceless. Excuse me, tea time. I love what I see in behind the goal, the big mass of red. Canada now looking to play it out, get caught up. Ukraine can't take advantage of it, and it's back to Maxime Krupo for a goal kick. 66 minutes. Maxime's ordering the guys to the right. There you go. Goes to the left side, goes to the right side. Ball down the line. I think when you see 3 changes come in and 2 changes on the other side, you're going to see a different game. I don't think the flow is going to change too much. What I do see, though, is the harmony and the passing game. Oh, nice steal, my son. Nice steal. Take it away. Take it away. Put it away. Oh, all the hard work. Put it away, Nelson. Come on. Man, a brilliant steal. Take a look. Brilliant steal. But instead of the tic-tac-toeing, go left, just take a shot. Or pass the ball. One of the 2. Twice, we could have passed the ball in the middle. Good tackle. Referee, really? Is that a foul? Let's take a close look on that one. He's hurting. Yeah. Back to the chat. Francois Pitre, at least Ukraine is trying now. You're so tough on him. You're so tough on him, Francois. And also Francois Pitre says, all this for nothing. I love it, mate. I love it. Nelson gets a yellow card. You know, that's a bit of a delay, referee. Come on. Was it really Nelson deserving a yellow card? Or was it the referee getting tired of Ukrainian players getting fouled? Take a look. And that referee, like I say, has not done a bad job. He's done a fair job. Let's not be bad on the referee. He's done decent today. But if the only thing that goes against Canada today is a yellow card, and I say we've learned something. We've learned a lot today. And the world, watching Canada beat Ukraine 3-0, which should not happen, well, they're learning something as well today as well. But if I was Nelson, I wouldn't let that card bother me one little bit. I'd be straight in the game as I was. And if Jesse Marsh thinks it's a bit dubious, then yeah, bring him off and protect him from a red. But I wouldn't change my game if I was Nelson. There was nothing in that, just slightly challenged, mistimed. And that's all you got to say. But again, I won't say the referee's done a bad job. I think the referee's been pretty fair. We haven't had too much to talk about the referee. And that's when you know a referee's doing a good job. If they're invisible, and you're not yanking about him, he's done a good job. Great catch by Croupeau. Brilliant. Gives the big call, comes out, collects, says, "Thank you, my friend," and gets Canada up the field. For Ukraine's sake, they're looking to get something into this game, and I tell you what, everything they've done just hasn't worked out. That fall from grace there on the sideline, not getting the ball, the bad pass. I tell you, Ukraine does not look like a typical Ukraine team we've seen in the last little while. You also have to say that big teams have played Ukraine recently. I've talked about Belgium. You can talk about England playing Ukraine over time recently. They played well against those big teams. Canada's a big team, and they're not playing well. Again, is it the travel? Is it jet lag? Is it slight temperature and moisture and elevation? I mean, what is it? Because this team does not look happy today. Canada, oh yeah, we look great. And that definitely was not a foul. Definitely not a foul. Referee being kind. Being kind. We do have a few Ukrainian fans in the crowd. Are they Canadian Ukrainians or are they Ukrainian Ukrainians? Who knows? But if they're Canadian Ukrainians, they should be supporting Canada. I'll say something. I don't care where you're from when you live in Canada. I don't care where you're from. What I do care is that you support Canada. I don't support anybody outside of England. I support Canada. I don't support anybody outside of... Oh, great shot. Great header. I don't support anybody outside of Germany if I'm coming from Germany. I support Canada. If you're here, this is the country you support, is my take. So I hope that annoyed a few people and not too many. Because I say, if you're living here, you support the red and white. You support the maple leaf. Well, why are you here? I love this country. You can't take it away from me. Like I said before, you'd have to get a pickaxe or a crowbar out and prise me out of here like a limpet off a rock, because I'm not leaving, never going to leave. Canada, for me, is paradise. And if you notice, I don't talk politics. I've got no time for that. No time at all. My politics, my religion is soccer, football. 9 times out of 9. Nice play. Again, I got to say, Ukraine going through the motions. I think they want to get the hell out of here. They've been literally lambasted in Toronto. Pickle Kisser, you must be loving it. Yes, the beers are on you when I come down there, and I will be coming, absolutely, especially during a World Cup. Can you imagine how nuts it's going to be during this World Cup? I mean, we're a year away from it. Don't forget, most World Cups is 4 years in between. This one was only 3.5 years, yeah? But this World Cup is going to be mad. Going to be mad. I'm going to go mad. I'm going to enjoy it like never before. And I'll tell you another thing. You can travel around the world to other venues for a World Cup. And I guarantee you right now, watch my lips, Canada can put on a World Cup as good as any country in the world. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Hands down. So get ready for that World Cup. Because I'll tell you what, guys and girls, every game from now till the World Cup and through the World Cup, doing live broadcasts all the way through. And I tell you, we're going to be bringing some big plays as well, big news as well. And I got to say, I'm looking forward to that one. I've done a few World Cups professionally, working them, announcing games. And I'm going to be announcing the next World Cup as well. But Ultimate Soccer, where we are right now, that's where all the energy is going to go. And I've got to tell you, 32 years ago, when I came to Canada, we were like 90 odd in the world. Everybody used to beat us. No one took us serious. The referees never gave us anything. Literally every day was a bad day. And now it's every day is a good day. Oh, nearly. That's the man. You see that attempted finish by Jonathan David? That's how good the guy is. From nothing, he's following the play. Watch him. He's following the play. He's staggering his play. His feet are moving, and he gets before the defender. He was behind the defender, and he gets there before him, and he only just goes over the bar. That was the hat trick. JD, are you going to get another chance like that? I don't know. But that was the hat trick chance right there. Absolutely phenomenal. Canada now pressing now. 4-on-2. Clip it. Back post. Get the ball over. And if you don't call a foul there, what are you ever going to call? Oh, there's a punch thrown. I see a punch thrown. And the referee and the linesman didn't even see it. Are you kidding me? Canada, very lucky not to get a red card there. I don't know if they're going to replay that, but I tell you, it got a little bit brutal off the ball there. I wonder if the cameraman can replay that. He seems to play a lot of stuff we don't need. Let's see if we can see it. Hello, keep watching. Not that. Nope, not that. There was a punch thrown, I'm telling you. And it wasn't by a Ukrainian. That's why we're lucky. Ukraine now on the Blake. Going down the right side. 1-on-1 right now. 1-on-1, 1-on-2. Canada coming back in numbers. I tell you what, the hustle, the way they are hunting in packs, literally, Canada off the ball is hunting in packs. The intensity that we're showing when we're not on the ball, hunting the ball when it gets in close, very impressive. Extremely impressive. Group Pro now should clear it ASAP, down the line. Everything Canada's done today has been top draw, impressive. Absolutely impressive performance from the squad, not just the team that started. Jesse Marshall's got this absolutely on the money. And for all the Ukrainian fans watching today in the Ukraine, they probably will have switched off already, and they're probably really pissed off and angry. This performance will hurt. And the way they've looked on and off the ball, stumbling with the passes, stumbling with the first touch, lack of ideas, being hustled off the ball. They started way better than they're finishing. The first 5 minutes, Ukraine looked good. Canada now wins possession, going forward again. Not with speed. Stakiano into the middle. Coming to the left side. Beautiful play now. Bassong down the left side. What's he got? He's been held. Keeps the ball. Not the time to take the shot. Not the time. Oh, lovely play. Put it in. That's in. Oh, hits the post. My life. Could have been number 4. Beautiful play by Canada. The way they opened him up, it's like you're watching Brazil wear white. And I'll say that again. Canada looked like Brazil wearing white. Watch this again as they thread this through. This is tic-tac-toe brilliance. Bang, bang, bang. A beautiful inch to the left, and it's in 4-0. And you know what it is? It's on his wrong foot. Kyle Larin, second highest scorer in Canadian history, coming on. Mr. Rudolph, the 4th official, and his JD, man of the match. Are you going to give it to him now? Yes, we are. Jonathan David, man of the match. Standing applause. Mate, I tell you what, listen to me. If anybody's watching around the world, JD just did himself the world of good advertising his goal-scoring ability to everybody. You bagged 2 goals against the Ukraine. Everybody's watching. Can you imagine? Let's just say one scorer. Let's say Argentina plays Ukraine and Messi gets 2 goals. Everybody's singing and dancing about it. Portugal plays the Ukraine. Ronaldo gets 2 goals. Everybody's singing his praise. Jonathan David gets 2 goals against Ukraine. I'm singing his praise. You're singing his praise. coaches watching, scouts watching, they will be singing his praise because what he's done is a continuation of what he's done all his career. He doesn't look spectacular, but his numbers look spectacular, and he hits the back of the net. He's advertised his butt big time today, and this is why he came to play for Canada. He could have stayed out of the mix, but he came back to play for Canada and also to put himself in the advertising box, put himself in the shop window for everybody else to say, we weren't sure 2 years ago. I think we got to get him. And you've heard today, Liverpool, Arsenal, yeah, the likes of, probably want to take a look at him. Manchester United, I would say, don't go there, Jonathan. Don't go there. Don't go there. Go to a team and a club that is successful now. United, Manchester are far from it and are probably 5 years away from success as a big team. And ever since Alex Ferguson's left that building, they have had nothing. Okay, Ricky Larea and Zinchenko, two characters. This could have fired up, but tell you what, it didn't. It didn't. Let's have another look. Zinchenko going right through him, not looking to do anything, but throwing the shoulder and a little bit of patting and this, that, and the other. But if you want to piss off Ricky Larea, it's not that hard, is it, eh? It's not that hard. Going into the chat right now, Imte Pitex wasn't expecting Canada to score 3 goals. Imte Pitex, I tell you what, I don't think anybody was. 1-0 would have been great. A draw would have been fine. Free kick in to the penalty spot. Eddie Inson gets it in. It's in there! Number 4, yes, baby. Tajon Buchanan, 2 assists and a goal. Oh, dear. Did we give the man of the match to the wrong guy? No. No, we're sticking with it. JD gets it, but I tell you what, Tajon Buchanan, when you think of the broken leg, the way he's come back, the disappointment with Inter Milan recently, this game, I tell you, stunning, 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 fracking stunning. Canada kicking ass. Unreal. You're going to get used to this because I don't see this is going to take a dip anytime soon. You watch Canada now. You've been watching them for the last year and a half. This is the form. Jesse March has changed our fortunes. We got big players on the field. And when the big players are on the field, they're getting to the ball just before the defender every time. That's not just per chance. We got big players and we're doing it. And the fan base, this is the kind of game that will bring the fan base up from 3.5 million to hopefully next year at the World Cup, getting us over the 4 million hardcore ultra Canadian soccer fans. That's what we're looking at. Into the chat. Big up for Tajon. 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. I never thought I'd see that. Never. Never. Not against Ukraine. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Are you? I tell you, you should be. Ukraine looking to get something to happen. Canada on the ball, on the edge of the box, tic-tac-toeing it, passing it off. Very clever, very intelligent, brilliant football. I tell you what, we've owned the game. We've owned the game today. Brilliant performances. Such clever, intelligent play. Back into the chat right now. Guys, keep watching. I'll keep yapping. Rude Canadian, there goes the 100. You betcha. Bivvy up. Big L for Petsex. You betcha. Francois Pitre, Ukraine getting major belto ass. Oh, I love that one. I'm going to say that again. Francois Pitre says, Ukraine getting major belto ass. Fantastic, fantastic. Bivvy up, dude. Canada's sick. They are so sick right now, my man. Ukraine on the edge of the box trying to get something happening again. Great tackling, great defense. Canada not letting anything in. Remember, goal difference, we don't want to get scored on. Goal difference might be a factor in who gets to be Canadian Shield champions in 2025. I tell you, I am so bloody impressed with the defense, the effort, the fight for the cause for these Canadians now. And that is priceless. Absolutely priceless. The ball shielded back to Croupeau. Priceless. We are playing way above our station today. I tell you now, guys, We have played a fantastic game. Free kick coming up. No free kick. Steve Estakia being manhandled. Bit of a fight going on. Imte Petex, bye-bye, guys. You later, my man. Have a nice time. Bivy up says later, Petex. Francois Pitre, I think Larin days are over. I think you're right, my friend. And you know what? We got the most out of Kyle Larin that we absolutely could have. He's never been the fastest mover. He's a decent finisher, but he doesn't get there like JD. He hasn't got the skill like Kyle Larin, or like Tejon Buchanan, sorry. He's a big, bulky down the middle, get on the end of it forward, yeah? He's given us great service, Kyle Larin, and he was the top scorer. Adakubi's coming on at the sideline, and I tell you what, Sami Adakubi, another big player. Look at what we're bringing off the bench, guys. Look at what we're bringing off the bench. Every guy comes on, makes a difference. Bassong's had a great game today. Adakube comes on. You know he's not going to have a bad day. You know the level of the team is staying where it is. You know we're completely owning this game. And big hand to Bassong. Fantastic, fantastic performance. But yes, Sami Adakube, ex-Cavalry FC, Canadian Premier League, on the field. 4-0. Is there a fifth goal in the making? And the way Ukraine, I'm going to say it, the way Ukraine is pissed around where they are right now on that back three, that's what's killed them. No intensity, no ideas, coughing up the ball like they just did. They're playing like a bunch of school kids. Absolutely playing like school kids. There's no unity. I'd be asking where the coach is at the time, because literally this is on him. This is not on the team. This is on him. 86 minutes gone, 4-0 up. Boy, the weekend looks good. And don't forget, next game live, watch along here at Ultimate Soccer. Canada taking on Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And I'm looking forward to that one too. And I tell you now, that game won't be like this game. I cannot see 4 goals against Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast by Canada in the next game, coming off at Vancouver. Cannot see it. I really cannot see it. Sorry. Ivory Coast, it's Toronto, not Vancouver. Sorry, my bad. Ivory Coast is again Toronto. But I can't see 4 goals. I really can't. Back into this chat as we wind down. Bivvy up. Larry never impressed me personally. Me neither. I know he was the second highest scorer, but I just wasn't really sold. JD, when he came in, the first time I saw Jonathan David, I'm like, oh my life, who is this kid? And why is he not playing for the Americans? Remember, he should be playing for the Americans. Great tackle. Great tackle. Get in there. Get in there. And don't give me none of that. I'm hurting. That was a clean, tough challenge. Nothing wrong with that. Get in there. Great challenge. Figueres, fantastic. Perfect challenge. Perfect challenge. That's football. That's get in there style. And that kid is playing for this country with everything he's got. Watch this. Watch this. Goal kick, maybe? Going for the corner. Going for the corner. Into the chat. Yeah, Buchanan, bivvy up. Yeah, Buchanan is a bit more random, but he seems to be getting better. Yeah, absolutely. Rude Canadian. Surely Lauren isn't starting for us in important matches after this? No. He can't be. He doesn't bring what we've got in this game. He doesn't bring that. He's a finisher, but rarely. I know he's got a lot of goals, but think about who he scored at and who he scored against in the past. Corner coming in, back post. Well cleared again by Canada. Big head at the back post. Corner comes over. Cross comes in, cleared once again. Could have let it go, but plays number safety. Another corner coming out. Plays safety. Bivvy up. People getting really mad when Canada beats them at soccer, but they don't realize we have an actual decent team now. Bivvy up. We got a decent team. We're 30 in the world. And that's really where we should be. Corner again coming in. Back post. Far side of the box. Shevchenko now brings it down. Trying to be a genius. Wins it. Comes out. Plays it off. Does very well. Ball on the edge of the box. Chipped in. Dangerous. Very dangerous. 1 goal back. 3-1. Croupeau, unlucky. Makes a save, and it's into the hands. Goes down low, and Ukraine have scored. It's 3-1. 4-1, I should say. 4-1. Didn't want to see that goal because, as you can see, there's fans in the crowd that are Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast fans thinking, yeah, that's one goal less we got to worry about. Makes a save, but who's marking in the middle of the defense? First big mistake of the game. First big mistake of the game. But hey, if it's only one mistake and we're winning 4-1 and it's 89 minutes gone, I think you have to be good with that. But be impressed with this performance by Canada and be under no illusions. You got to go back quite a ways for Ukraine to have had a slapping like this. And I'll even say this as well. The big teams in Europe have not demolished the Ukraine like this. Yes, you can say Belgium did 3-0, but also prior to that, bigger teams, France, England, they played against. They didn't demolish the Ukraine. Back post now, wide open, danger on, taps off, shot comes in, great save. That could have been a penalty. Has he given a penalty? I think he has. The match is coming down to a watch happens. I'm waiting to see what the referee gives here. Did he give a penalty off this? Watch out, watch out. That could be a penalty. I think he might have given a penalty, but I'm not sure. I'm waiting for the cameraman. Yes, he has done. Penalty. The referee is given the penalty because the outstretched arm by Tajon Buchanan. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. If you'd have said to me before the game, you're going to win 4-1 or 4-2, I'd have thought you were joking. Take a close look on the replay. Sivchenko knew what he was doing. He flicked the ball up on his hand. I think it's a very clever play by Zinchenko, but you got to keep your hands down. Got to keep your hands by your side, and he didn't. And I'm not coming down on Tajon, but again, we do have the right man of the match. It is JD, because if you put the penalty against Tajon with 2 assists and a goal, well, 2 clear goals and a clean performance by Jonathan David, just gets him to be man of the match. And all you guys are right. Bivy up. Francois Pitre, Ivory Coast will have this game to prepare. They will not come here overconfidence. No. Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire will take Canada very serious. Zinchenko now with the penalty on Croupeau. Does he go left? Does he go right? Does Croupeau make a brilliant save? It's coming down to the wire. 91, 37 seconds, 3 minutes of added time. The penalty now. Zinchenko lines up. I think he's going to go to the right. Here he goes. And he goes to the right. Keeper's right. It's 4-2. Now the Ukraine think that they can do something. But again, the 2 goals that Ukraine have just scored do not change the complexion of this game. They have been out-muscled, outplayed, out-tacticked by Canada. And I think, again, that penalty, you've got to keep your hand down by your side. Fair play by the referee. And unlucky with Croupeau, he nearly gets to the penalty. But at the end of the day, Croupeau has made some brilliant saves through the game. It's 4-2 right now. It's probably going to finish 4-2. Let's hope it's not 4-3. But right now, Canada plus 2 goal difference. Had you have said prior to the game, Canada wins 2-0, you'd have been impressed. So therefore, Canada has 2 goals to the good in the plus. Don't forget about that. It might be big. It would have been better with 4 to the plus, yeah? However, a win's a win. Let's get one back. Come on, let's get one back. Let's us score a goal. Let's get the 5th, like I said we should. As this rolls down, keep watching, guys. Just going into the chat. Francois Pitre, normal that a 4-0, a young squad would lose focus. Maybe it's a good thing. They will learn from this. Yeah, great point, Francois. Great point. 4-0 up, young squad, 2 goals coughed up. Maybe they'll learn. Brilliant play down the line. Adekube coming back up. Canada lose the ball too easily there. But again, a young squad, that's a good point, Francois. That's a good point. Really good point. An experienced team, I don't think, gives those 2 goals a game away. I think they play it out, they see it out, and it's 4-0 on the day. The second goal penalty, Tajon with the hand. Yeah, that's unlucky. And the header, bad defending. 2 guys wide open. It's a simple tap-in. Little mistakes, and I'm sure Jesse will iron that out. But on the day, Very impressive performance. Game is coming to a close pretty soon. And I got to say, there we go. There we go. 4-2 on the day. I have to say, fantastic performance. Fantastic all you guys coming in. All the points you made were brilliant. Get back here for the Cote d'Ivoire game, Ivory Coast, because that's what we're doing next. And then after the Ivory Coast game, we'll do Honduras, we'll do Curacao, we'll do El Salvador in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Then we got Romania, September 5th, Wales and Canada, September 9th. And there's a game coming September later. And October 10th, another game too. Looking at the game itself, your man of the match, there he is on screen, Jonathan David, 2 goals on the day. Fantastic performance by the team. Croupeau, had he not have been scored on, he was also possible man of the match. So let's take it for what it's worth. Every player through the team played a phenomenal game. The substitutes came on, equally kept the tempo, kept us in the game. And all but for that slack little finish with 2 goals against in the last 5 minutes, that was probably one of the best performances I've seen Team Canada play in quite a few years. When you talk about taking on a big European nation, we just beat 25th in the world, Ukraine, 4-2. We were 4-0 up, and they got 2 goals late on. Croupeau was massive in net. Every man to a man was brilliant on the field. Tejon Buchanan with his skill and his tricks, 2 assists, a goal, and a penalty against on the day. Fantastic performance. Jonathan David gets his own rebound, puts that one away. That was the opener. And yes, loving it after 4 minutes. 24 minutes later, it was even better. Even better. JD got the second goal, and things started to go. But at the end of the day, get ready for the next game. Get ready for the next game. Get ready for this team building through the rest of this year and all the great games we've got coming. Like, subscribe, join this channel, get into this channel, stick with it, because we're on this all the way through into the World Cup. And I'll tell you what, if you know this channel, you know I've been doing this for quite some years, and it started at TSN Edmonton in 2004. And ever since then, I've been talking Canadian soccer, and like these things here. That's the game I'm going to next. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's the Canadian Premier League. I'm going to Cavalry FC to take on York FC. And you know what? I'll keep that there for a while. I'm also going to do a video of me going to the game tomorrow, what I see and what the game entails. You can enjoy that too. So another video coming of yours truly, Steve, going to Cavalry FC and the Canadian Premier League tomorrow, June 8th. York City is the opponent. Yeah. Get ready for that. I'm all over the place. I'm all over Canada. Love this nation. Love the game. I'm living the bloody dream. I hope you are too. Into the press, into the chat. Francois Pitre says, a great calendar. Hey, I tell you, it is a great calendar. We'll watch and add USA versus Haiti. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to be watching that too. And Kitty Corner, thanks, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I tell you, it's been fantastic. But get ready. Next game, Cote d'Ivoire, my friends. Ivory Coast. Got to get another win. We're sort of looking really good in the Canadian Shield right now. Got to get another win. And if we do, well, there's a good chance we could end up being champions. But we got to get another win. For now, I'm going to leave you with this. Man of the match, you. Woman of the match, you. Player of this match, man of this match, we watched Jonathan David. You said it. I agree. And I'll tell you what, I want to see smiley faces the next one we come along when we see Canada taking on Cote d'Ivoire in the very next match. I'm going to give you the stats before we run out because that's the only right way to do it. But looking at the stats on the game, tell you what, it ended up pretty tight. Shots 13 apiece, so 13 apiece. Canada 6 on target, Ukraine 8 on target. 36% possession on the game for Canada, 64% Ukraine. We played the counterattack. We play counterattack football. We play counterattack soccer. That's the way it is. Yeah? 81% to 88%, 81% to 88% on the possession and pass accuracy, Damn good, damn good. 16 fouls to 11 in favour of Canada. No red cards, 4 yellow cards apiece, which on the balance of the play wasn't a nasty game at all. The referee didn't have too much to do. And what he did do, I think you have to hand it to him. He did a fair job. And corners, 1 corner to Canada, 7 to the Ukraine. Goal scorers on the day, one more time. Jonathan David on 4 and 24. Promise Akimpelu on 31. Tejon Buchanan on 81. And then for the Ukraine, Zabarny on 89. And Sinchenko from the penalty spot, 90 minutes plus 2. That's all we've got time for today, guys. Thank you for being here. And I tell you what, hit the link. Like, subscribe, join us again, and go down into the library and see what else we do. But there's 2 things. Whoops, turn that around. Sorry. The library and see what else we do. But there's 2 things. Whoops, turn that around. Sorry. But there's 2 things we do on this channel. That's this, Canada, and also every single match that Wrexham play. And if you look in the library, it goes back quite a few years on this channel, as it does with Team Canada, because that's the 2 things that I talk. It's Team Canada and Wrexham. So if you like Wrexham, if you like Canada, get in here, like, subscribe, join the family, because we are a family growing. And everybody gets to talk in the chat. And everybody is equal to everybody. There's no leaders. We're one. I'm just the guy that happens to host it and has a lot of fun. I hope you do too, because I'm laughing every single day that I can watch a game of football. Going to hit the chat briefly before we go. Bivvy up, JD for sure. Yes, he definitely is the man of the match. Francois Pitre, thank you to you. Merci beaucoup. Kitty Corner says, thanks, dude. Brian, BV up. Later, guys, thanks for the coverage. BV up. Come back for the next one. Thank you to you. Merci beaucoup. Kitty Corner says, thanks, dude. Brian, BV up. Later, guys, thanks for the coverage. BV up. Come back for the next one, my man. Francois Pitre, we are no good with ball possession anyway. And he says, laugh out loud, better let the other team give it to us by mistake. That's fantastic. And you know what? In this game, there was quite a few mistakes from the Ukraine. So that does really ring true. Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, guys, tell you, thank you all so much. This was such a blast again. And I'll see you in the next game. And I can't believe we just smashed Ukraine 4-2. But believe you me, all those Europeans across the water, they're looking at that scoreline and thinking, holy, yeah, that is exactly what they're thinking. They'll see that number, 4 goals scored on the Ukraine, and go, wow. They'll see there's 2 goals that they scored, but the 2 goals they scored, they'll say, yeah, well, they should. They should get 2 goals on Canada because they don't know us. But the 4 goals that we scored on the Ukraine today, take it to the bank. Everybody in Europe is thinking, guys, have a great weekend. Get ready for the next one. I can't wait for the next one. Get ready for the next watch along. I'm going to announce it within the next 24 hours, and then we'll go again. But enjoy your weekend. All your mates, get around all the family, live it large in Canada, be everything you can be, and don't watch your TV. Watch the family. Watch the friends, watch the sun above your head. Get out there, have some great food, some great times, some great pops, but be great with each other. Love you all. Cheers.